All right. Good morning. This is Lori at Lobelia Acre King Stream. I apologize for being away. I've been sick, but I've got some stuff that needs to get done today. Journey. Start by making coffee. I've got a hazelnut blend this morning. Oh, and there's somebody that maybe could be really nice and get the dog some food so that she's not constantly underfoot. Is that dog constantly underfoot? Oh, I know. I know you just. I gathered that. Anyway, we're going to be making some rolls to take to church potluck because we're still on a fasting day. So we need to do it without dairy, and almost every roll recipe out there has dairy or vegan dairy substitutes, and I don't want to use those. So, so it's a little bit of an experiment on that one. Yes. Also making molasses cookies, Christmas cookies, and I attempt to make some colored sugar for that. I just realized that the box is cracked down and we have to get some and get that down. I'm going to try making some candied cranberries, which is another complete experiment. Candied corn syrup, probably some pancakes and syrup to go with that. They are your cats, after all. Huh? So I found this loaf of vegan bread the other day from Bee Plant Well. It's a blog, and this made a single loaf of vegan bread, and we're gonna try just doing that as rolls. It should just work. Or might just go ahead and double this recipe so that we can have some for home and make sure that we get enough to take with us. So I'm boiling water anyway, so I'm going to need some of that water. I can't even understand you. That's all I can't.
This is a tough one. Get off my foot.
Oh my goodness.
No. Oh God, stop. You don't mean attacked.
It sounds like a you problem.
Oh shit.
Start with the right. Move. Go. Yeah, please keep her off the cooking surfaces. I have to say it, don't I? No, get down. And this dog thinks that just because I happen to hold something in the air, that it's got to be for her. Don't know who I'm talking about, do I? So I added some sugar, approximately 2 teaspoons. Thank you. And I'm just going to wait for the water. However, I do have to cool it down since boiling water will kill the yeast. So don't want to do that. Yeast away. I've started the process so that I can stream this channel directly to YouTube.
Got rid of your pop.
Well, that works. I haven't seen him this morning either. Actually, I haven't seen him since last night when I tried to feed him. And he obviously doesn't like our food. I guess he likes the neighbor's food better. What's that? They're clean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, now I have to wonder if it was the chickens that ate it instead, though.
They don't like it unless it's wet.
That doesn't surprise me.
If it's soggy, then they eat it, but if it's not, then they won't.
Cool this down with some cold water. That's still too hot, so I'm not gonna. Hang on. Way too hot still. It's gonna cause issues.
You would have to smack the dog's tail, sir. Your cat was trying to take off Doggy's tail.
Oh, okay.
No reason at all.
Okay, so that's 1 cup. That's a cup and a quarter, and I'm doing a two recipes, so I need 2.5 cups. So some boiling water. Do the rest cold. There we go. So something I've been thinking about doing is getting these streams so they're a little bit more educationally focused. Well, they already are, but long-term goal is going to be that my members, whether it's over here or on YouTube, the members will be able to participate in actual online classes or YouTube classes, and they'll take you along with me and all that stuff. And it's a work in progress, but I've noticed comments that people at work make and stuff is that despite the fact that there's a lot of cooking channels out there, there's a lot of people that find cooking inaccessible, and I want to help make this accessible. So I'm going to set, I had a clothespin up here where I could keep this up nicely. Grab this very vintage recipe holder, put it there. I am making some rolls. I'm going to be making some cookies and candying cranberries, making cranberry conserve, and I'll also make some pancakes and syrup.
Mother, my voice sounds weird.
Yes, and you're having fun with it. No? Okay. I think it's kind of fun.
I think I'm sick.
Okay, would you get away from the food while you're coughing and hacking around here? Hey. Oh my gosh. This is why I call this stream Cooking in Chaos, because it is absolutely chaos. Yes, I'm sure.
I heard you all pop into the whole camera.
I was not faced towards the camera.
Okay, let's find out. So that's not all. It's almost there. So I'm
I
gonna.
have a cup.
There's a Christmas nut right there on the side.
I do not want that one. No.
Then borrow Meadows' TARDIS one.
No.
What do you want the cup for specifically?
I need my TARDIS.
Hot water, hot, cold.
What?
What kind of drink?
Milk.
Okay, so a glass would be fine.
Yes.
Okay. One of the vintage amber ones.
Yes.
Okay. All right, dog. You need to not be underfoot. You said you fixed the problem. You.
I'm 99% sure Melrose is pregnant.
That's not the. This is not the time. This is not the time to do that. Okay.
I know. But, no.
done.
Okay. Please, I'm trying to do this. Please. So I need to build a bed, go back and forth over here. Specifically, I need to go over there and get the brown sugar. And I'm going to ask you not to do that again. So come out, please. You can take that with you. And if you're going to leave that milk there to just go bad, I'm going to get a little bit annoyed with it. Huh?
It's gonna happen.
Oh, now that you've coughed in it, thank you.
I have not coughed in it.
Uh-huh. Okay, so I've got to let this sit probably another 5 minutes, and since we've already had 5 minutes of chaos here, just to let the yeast activate. And meanwhile, I'm going to grab my ingredients for the molasses cookies. And look at that, I do still have some brown sugar. I'm afraid I was going to have to make that too. Let's see, I have grab this little bowl this morning, and we're going to so it's 2/3 of a cup of brown sugar and 2/3 of a cup of shortening. That's the one thing I'm going to change religiously on these vintage / antique cookbooks, is that it's going to go back to butter. Until I can find an even older cookbook that still has the butter in it. 2/3 of a cup, I've got half a cup there. Okay. Would you move? Come on. I don't know why my animals all have to be underfoot this morning. Okay, so I'm going to cut out the 1/3 cup mark, and then I will take the other half. Since if you have 2/3 of a cup, that's 2 out of 3/3, so I leave 1/3 behind. And this would otherwise be a cup of butter. Okay, that to soften some more and try to get this dog out from underfoot. Again, yeah, he's looking at me like, what do I do, Mom? Yeah, just kind of staying in the way is what you did. So I'm just kind of doing the old-fashioned method. Once I learned that I don't have to have a beater, then I didn't feel the need for one anymore. Ophelia's asking for food out there. I know, but I opened the door and she came flying. It was really sweet. Some goslings in about a month old. I would forgive them for that betrayal. Otherwise, we'll have to get some goslings.
You will save some for me, right?
Yes. I've got multiple things going on, so I think you're not going to starve. Saying that, I often swear that my children will starve, even if there's food in the house. Which is part of the reason for doing these streams, and so I want to make cooking more accessible to today's youth. That's half cup and half a third. Half a quarter, and I need a third. So it's 3/4. You get out of the cupboard. Actually, that is 3/3 cup. Move. Don't get measuring cups that have the numbers painted on. They come off. Okay. 2/3 of a cup of packed brown sugar. And then 1 1/3 cup. And that, oh yeah, the yeast is definitely ready here, so maybe. Okay. I'm gonna finish the bread dough right now, next, and let that sit to continue to soften a little bit. That's it. Will and salt itself can make the yeast inactive. All right, approximately. Let's see. Go, that's looking good. So I'm going to put another 2 cups in. And the final cup will just be reserved for Okay. What about the other cup of flour? Because we're going to need some of that for sure. Okay. We'll do that. Need it. Move this. And purpose of kneading the dough is to stretch the gluten. Okay. It might take a little bit longer to rise, but that's about it. Now, at this point, you're still basically grease the top of it and then turn it the other. Oh, we are having some trouble. So you have a viewer. I appreciate you. Okay, so now I'm going to put this back over here. And I'm going to cover it. Let's see, it's this one. have very many Christmassy ones yet. Okay. Now that needs to sit for an hour or so to rise.
The water.
What's that?
The taco was trying to catch the water as I was spraying it.
Oh, that's so funny. Actually, this recipe says 30 minutes, but generally speaking, you leave it for an hour. So, okay, so back to the molasses cookie dough. Definitely softened up a bit more while we were not waiting. Right there. Of sugar making. It's basically a syrup that pours off of the sugar. And this is where all the nutrients in sugar cane is. All your B vitamins. It's in the molasses. So if sugar was ever a health food, this is where it is. Let's grab a rubber scraper. So I'm going to use it with that spoon. However, probably that cup will probably not be used again this morning. So I'm going to stir in this molasses. So this molasses in this case is providing both flavor and a little bit more sweetening, but it's also providing the primary moisture. This is not a recipe I've made before, so I'll find out if it works. I'll get some coffee. And move the dog as I try to go through the house. Get. Let's see. Okay, it's looking good. It's really important to do all the basic mixing before you add the flour and raising agent. I'm going to have cups of flour. It's a lot of flour. And then I've got cinnamon, ginger. Actually, what I see is pumpkin pie spice. I'm going to do pumpkin pie spice. That's what that is. Have it. One. Two. Three seasonings. The spices. So basically it's 2 tablespoons of pumpkin pie spice. And then we're going to have 2 teaspoons of baking soda. And 1 teaspoon of salt. And I need another 2.5 cups of flour still. Just gonna push this bowl to its limit, I think. Yep, it's drama central around here. So. Okay, so I'm gonna very carefully stir that in. It's not gonna be as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It's probably one of the darker cookie doughs I've worked with. Covered. It got accidentally left behind, so I deliberately gave it away to somebody who needed it more than me. So. Yeah, you stay out of the dishwasher.